Hey guys, Alpha here. Thanks for joining me for another Puzzle and Dragons video. Today I'm going to go through some of the teams that I'm currently using, some of the composition, why I choose them, all that sort of stuff. I recently hit rank 400, which was a pretty big milestone for me. I was really spending a lot of stones on stamina during 10x descends, and on some of the more efficient days I ranked up a couple times each day. So I was able to get quite a few ranks. I passed 400, which gives you 10 team slots. And as a result, I figured it would be kind of fun to look at the 10 teams I currently have put together. So let's hop right in here. So team number 10 is an Elm team, which is a very fun play style where you need to match 2 light and 2 fire combinations to get a full 36x attack. If you do 2 of one and just 1 of the other, you'll get a 12 and a quarter times attack. And you can see, I know I'm kind of weird, but I just love the symmetry of the main attribute and sub attributes here to go light, fire, 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 light, fire, light. It just makes me happy. I don't know why. But you can see here that Ilm is max skilled. Soraya is a new pull. She's not max skilled or max leveled. Leylon is max leveled but not quite max skilled, although I think I'm going to invest some either orbs or flampies into her to get her max skilled because there's a couple teams I can use her on now. And she's a fun lead if you ever want to do that as well. Gadius is max leveled and max skilled, and Tsubaki is neither max leveled or max skilled. But there are skill up materials available for everyone here, actually. And one thing you notice is that all 4 of the subs create both fire and light orbs, and they have haste built in. So that means that you're going to be able to cycle through your active skills a lot quicker to guarantee that you have a board you could activate a full 36x attack on. Lots of fun, really kind of a cool team, and when I can invest a little more into it and get everyone max skilled, it'll be quite a powerhouse team. So moving on to Team 9 is actually one of the best teams I have, and I really just don't use it that often, and that's Awoken Bastet. She is a combination-based lead, so you don't need to match any certain colors or anything like that. You just have to get at least 5 combos, and she's a full multiplier, which is 16x at 7 combos, and whenever you use an active skill, it will boost up to 36x attack. And this team is actually great because I have everyone both max level and max skilled. Oh, just kidding. Vishnu is not, but man, is it a pain in the butt to get him max skilled. He's almost there. He's almost there. Liu, who's kind of fallen out of favor because he makes so many green orbs, but I could use him, so I'm happy. Mei, who's max skilled and has a haste, is really powerful. Great card. And everyone here has TPAs, either 1, 2, or 3. I think Verdandi has, she just has 1. I think Bastet also just has 1. Everyone else here has, Vishnu and Liu have 3, and Mei has 2. So very powerful cards here. Moving on here, this is kind of more of a fun team right now. This is kind of like my dark slot. I don't really run too many dark teams at the moment. This is Christmas Haku, who is able to match actually what Awoken Haku will eventually be able to do, which is dark, fire, water, and hearts. So it's much easier to get consistent activations when you throw hearts into the mix. And she has an additional attack when you match 5 connected orbs with an enhanced orb included. So as you may or may not know, that is also what you would want to do with Awoken Yomi. So you can actually pair up with an Awoken Yomi friend and get a pretty good attack as long as you're hitting your colors and getting combos, which kind of coincide with each other. As you're matching more, you will be getting more combos. This team isn't as impressive as some of the others. Right now, Haku is skill level 1, but she does have, skill up materials readily available, so I will get her max skill at some point. Pandora's at 3. Typhon is max skilled, and he does have his haste, which is awesome. Izanami is completely hypermax and is a very useful shield. If I wouldn't happen to need her, then I could run another Pandora in this slot. And of course, Yomi Doesn't contribute with her colors, but she does create a lot of enhanced orbs, as well as have 3 time extends. And soon enough, she will also be completely hypermaxed. Moving on to the KFC killer here. So this is Awoken Horus, the chicken of doom, and he is swooping in with a ridiculous team right here because I haven't really used this team too much, but I just finished pretty much hypermaxing all of them. So I just had to put it together. It covers all the colors. Horus is a great color match lead. It's almost impossible to get trolled using Horus. If you're consistently activating, he will create boards that he doesn't get trolled on because he can activate with any 4 colors. He boosts up higher when you match all 5, and he'll boost even higher when you use an active. So you can see here, he is at an 8-turn cooldown, but my Light Kali is hypermax, which means 7-turn cooldown. The Dark Kali is hypermax, so another 7 turns. The Red Kali needs 1 more. She ate so many devilets and just did not want to become hypermax. And Awoken Isis, again, is hypermax. And with a hypermax Awoken Horus friend, we have a nearly full team of 297s, and the highest cooldown is going to be 8 turns on Awoken Horus and Red Kali, and we have an active as low as 3 turns in Isis and 4 turns in a friend Awoken Horus. You're consistently cycling through actives to get that full attack boost, and it really makes it a pretty powerful team. Especially if you consider that the last 3, Dark Kali, Red Kali, and Awoken Isis, are all unbindable. Red Kali and Dark Kali are bind clearers with a row of hearts, and Awoken Isis is, of course, also a bind clearer who is on a 3-turn cooldown. So a very powerful team there. Lots of fun to play, and let's see if you move on. Team 6, this is kind of more of a fun team at the moment. I actually kind of changed out some of the subs because I was running a type-restricted dungeon, so I needed a physical and devils only, I think, was one of the descends today, Black Knight or something like that. So I went in with a Awoken Freyr and Rao combination, and Awoken Freyr is an attack and HP booster. Attack and recovery booster for fire, while Rao is an attack and HP booster for devils and attackers, and his attack boosts up when you connect 6 orbs. So basically you want a row-focused, quick orb-changing team, which is exactly kind of what I built here. Who doesn't have a row here? Horus does not have a row, but he was a devil, so I made sure to put him in. And Minerva's got 1. Leylon has 2, I believe. She has 2, and then Chiyomi also has 1. So it's not the most powerful row-based team, but this was a type-restricted team. Otherwise, I'd have some different subs in here. Hearts on Fire. So this is Gadius. He is, again, a row-based team where you want to create multiple combinations of hearts, similar to a Yuria team, which I used recently in a video. And he does a 36x attack as long as you're attacking with 2 heart combinations. So you can do anything from TPAs to just simple matches to rows. And of course, I'm going with teams that have rows primarily, but also there's some TPAs involved in Zhao Zhao and Erd. So we get some of that boost. And 3 of the 4 subs, Erd, Yamato, and Sanada Yukimura, create both fire orbs and heart orbs. And Zhao Zhao does not make any hearts, but he creates fire orbs and has a delay built in, which can be very useful. A pretty fun team. I use it for farming King of the Gods or some of the easier content. Maybe at some point, if I get another sub that creates hearts and fire, such as Uriel, I would run the team a bit more seriously. Moving on here, this is the kind of default destroyer team. I just go on and wreck stuff with Shiva Dragon. He is a set 25x attacker for red gods. So any fire-based god will get a 25x attack just automatically. You don't have to hit a combo count. You don't have to match certain colors. You just go in and wreck stuff. Primarily, he would be row-based, and that is because of this guy right here, Ares, who has 3 rows, and he creates just a metric ton of fire orbs because he'll change both water and heal into fire. So 2 different colors are becoming fire. So you pretty much just go through, pop actives, make fire orbs, and just wreck everything. You can see we have Sonata with 2 and Yamato with 1, and then does not have any rows, but she has a very nice full board change. If you're facing a monster that has created a bunch of jammers, or someone like Beelzebub who creates a full screen of poison, you could do away with all of that quite easily. So moving on, this is kind of my recent crowning achievement here. I am become chicken. This is Raw Dragon. This exact team composition is currently in North America one of the strongest teams you can put together for the purpose of running Arena. Now, of course, I believe 2 days ago from when I'm making this video, they announced Arena version 2, which made me cry quite a bit because this team is not capable of running it. But I figure I've got a few months. I haven't even tried Arena yet, so at some point I'll run through it as many times as I can while Arena version 1 is up in North America. And watch with my luck, this will be one of the things where Japan gets it and they just rush it right out for North America. I don't really think they will, but North American servers just aren't as advanced, the players there, in my humble opinion. But Raw Dragon, he hits a 144 X attack for gods when matching every single orb type. So fire, water, wood, light, dark, heart. You have to match them all and you get a devastating attack. And one of the cool things about this team, 4 of the 5 team members are unbindable. That's everyone but Indra. It is fully skill bind resist. We have 2 shields built in, and with the proper amount of HP Latins, which I don't currently have, which I will, then you'd be able to tank Divine Queen Hera's attack in Arena with Isis shield, which is a lighter 15% shield, and then use Indra's shield against one of the Kalis in the final stage, or I guess second to last stage before we get to the P. So a very powerful team. I'm happy that I put it together. I have a lot of fun running it. There are tons of time extends. Raw Dragon has 2, Dark Kali has 2, Red Kali has 2, Isis has 1, and Indra has 1. So, and of course the friend Raw Dragon would have 2 as well. You have all day to match those orbs and get that killer attack. Lots of fun to run that. I really enjoy running color match teams. I don't know why, it's just it seems a lot of what the pure essence of the game is about, and I just really enjoy it. Moving on to my OG waifu, and that is This is kind of a typical team I'd put together. If anything, I would sub out Phoenix Rider for another quick orb changer. You know, likes her constant flow of fire orbs, so I might put in, say, a Chiyomi there. So if you look here, I have at level 3, Zhao Zhao is maxed, Hinokagutsuchi is completely maxed, Minerva is completely maxed, and Chiyomi is completely maxed. So you're dealing with 5 turns on Chiyomi and Minerva, and 8 turns on Hinokagutsuchi, and I think 9 on Zhao Zhao? Yeah, 9 on Zhao Zhao. And then once will finally get fully skilled up, she would also be 9. So pretty powerful team still. You can still clear a decent amount of content with and she's a set multiplier, so a great farming lead as well. Actually, I still use her a lot in coin dungeons if they ever bring alt coins back. Having just a wide variety of subs that she can use with low turn cooldowns is extremely useful in coin dungeons where you don't want to be taking any hits. And finally, if we go, hey, swipe on over, there we go. this Sakuya awesome team. This team is almost fully hypermaxed. As soon as I can get some more pluses on Awoken Yomi, that is where all my upcoming pluses will be going to finish 297 Awoken Yomi. I just wasn't able to do both Raw Dragon and Awoken Yomi during the recent 10x Descends. But you can see this team, Awoken Sakuya, has the same leader skill that all of her other forms are, which is match every color but dark. And of course, hearts do not weigh in on that either, and that's a 25x attack. Awoken Sakuya is just out of this world strong because as you build up additional combos, her attack multiplier goes up as well. So if you get up to 10 combos, she'll do 100, at 9 combos, 81, and so on and so forth. 8, 64, and right on down to 6 at 36. So she's extremely strong, and the reason I'm running dark in there, you'll notice that I said she doesn't need any dark matches, but I'm running mostly dark cards, and that is because these dark cards, well, for one thing, if you're trying to get to 10 combos, there's probably going to be some darks getting matched in there as well. So you're probably going to be matching them anyways. And then what these dark cards bring is time extends. So Yomi has 3, you just saw Dark Kali has 2, Izanami is a phenomenal shield, and all together it is a very good complete package. It gives you the time needed to hit those combos. And I also do not have, while you saw I have Indra, that is a much longer turn cooldown than Izanami, who is up every 6 turns and gives you a shield for 3. So every other 3 turns you can have a shield up, and I do not have a Susanoo, unfortunately. So running a light-based team that has a shield would be pretty difficult for me. I'd end up using a Dark Izanami anyways, so I might as well invest in some more dark cards here. And it's a very powerful team. It is fully skill bind resist. It is... I can clear binds only with Dark Kali, which is the only kind of weakness here. I have multiples of every color except green. So the biggest weakness is if Yomi gets bound in a dungeon. But of course, I can do both a gravity and a bind clear with Awoken Sakuya. So I would be able to deal with that. It's more optimal to use gravities on a boss than to use bind clears during the dungeon, but you do what you have to make sure you can fully activate and get through the dungeons. Anyways, guys, that's kind of the 10 teams I currently have put together. Some of the other leads I enjoy running or would put together if I had some more team slots would be for sure Yuria, who you recently saw me run a dungeon with. Again, a row-based heart combo lead. Typhon, who is a row-based, he attacks with, well, I guess he could attack with anything, but he attacks with rows of dark and rows of hearts. The longer the heart combination is, the higher his attack, up to a 42x attack. Awoken Yomi, who's a very powerful lead as well. You match 5 with an enhance and then 7 combos and you get a 56.25 attack. And at some point, I will actually put together a blue team. You can see here, I actually have a very great blue box. There's just no investment in it currently. Sarasvati is a great lead, but she is not max level. She's not max skill. She doesn't even have her awakenings. Awoken Lakshmi is a very powerful blue lead. I think the most powerful behind Neptune Dragon, but again, not max level, not max skill, doesn't even have awakenings yet. Who else do we have here as a good lead? We have Iduna and Iduna, who can pair up with Ryun to create a great tanky attack team. Again, I think I'm very close to getting Awoken Iduna and Iduna. I need to evo this mermaid or merman here, and Divine Queen Hera. I don't have her put together yet. And of course, I just recently rolled a blue Sonya. So some great blue cards. At some point, I'll make the investment. I'm kind of going to dial things back a bit now. I say that now, but keeping up with the meta is exhausting. Right when I got that Raw Dragon team put together, they announced Arena 2, so I just want to have a little more fun with the game, run some different teams. Hopefully, you'll see a little more variety in some of the teams I run, some of the clears I do, and hope to make some great content. But anyways, guys, if you see some other teams that you think could be put together, or different subs that belong on some of these teams, be sure to let me know in the comments. Let me know what some of your favorite teams to run are here. I know, another alternate lead I forgot to mention, now that I'm looking at my fire cards, is Awoken Shiva. I recently got him as well. So lots of fun teams to be running with different mechanics. It makes the game kind of fresh, interesting, and keeps it lots of fun. So let me know what you think in the comments. Different teams I should be running, different subs you saw that should go in, what you think the optimal blue team I could put together would be. Let me know. I'm interested. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Thanks.